Now it's obviously trademark. Soon TM. Haven't you heard of it before? But hey, good morning, good evening, good day. Good week to everyone. Or should I say good year? Hi, welcome to the reading of Equestria Desperados. We are here to continue with Jailbird. At least finish up this kind of chapter right here. We're only gonna do one chapter right now because after the last session I still had like 2 hours of more reading with even more voice acting, so my voice is fine. Luckily, my voice is fine. I'm testing if you can hear me. You can. You should be. But yeah, we actually realized last time how much Star Charter didn't think it through to leave her daughter behind. She was in jail for like 2-3 days now, and she already misses her. What would have happened if she actually chose to go back on the backwater? She would not be able to get that. She would just, oh no, okay, I'm fine, I'm going back home now, bye bye. But then they wouldn't let her. So I'm curious how this breakout is gonna happen. It's probably not gonna happen just yet, because I see that the next chapter is called Breaking Point. So I guess that's gonna be when we are not when someone is gonna break, but when the walls are gonna break, probably. But we will see that. Now we are here to read Jailbird, which is chapter 54. Are we ready to do that? And yeah, today we are gonna use Ace Attorney 2 music for this. But my backwater is kind of different theoretically. She told Victoria will take care of her family. But yeah, but still, she will miss her daughter just in days. Star doesn't have that comfort here in jail. Well, she wouldn't have that comfort either. Because we cannot trust Victoria. She does. But none of us has to. Let me lower the volume just a little bit, because I don't know how loud the next songs are. And let's go with this one. I kept hearing the jail bed. It's worse for her up here. She got 2 dangerous enemies after her. Yep, that's true. Fallout Equestria Desperados. Jailbird, Part 3. Several songs Star Charter has shared with me caught my attention. They seem to be older, filled with this mysterious cheer and a sense of adventure. It all reminded me of songs I had heard from sailors, who were more concerned with exploring the unknown, rather than with the plight of their religion. Asking Star, she didn't know where the songs came from, only that they were called the old songs. Something about them gave me a feeling that this was a pirate culture that predated Thorn. Like from a time less bloodthirsty and zealous. I don't know why the like is here. Again, our morning meal was the same. Not that I expected anything different. So, you are sure this is a good idea, Star? Harp asked me. Too many players can complicate things. Explaining things without any pony hearing proved to be difficult. The quiet sad block carried our voices no matter how silent we were, and the loud mess hall kept every pony bunched together. Our solution was to talk about the prison break in the form of ogres and oubliettes. Some sort of game about adventure. Nice reference. But at least Slothrot knew about the game. He hadn't played it, so he caught on quickly to how we were going about the conversation. I, on the other hoof, still had a hard time understanding some of the terms the two were using. Status effects, alignments, and squizzard. It sounded like a wasteful egghead talked to me. Yeah, it should. I sighed. Yeah, but we need backup. There's no way to know if players we have will just stab us in the back. The squid we are up against is too strong on its own. So what's stopping them from just using us as a decoy? That's also just assuming that they don't take our gear too. It all sounded dumb, but it finally let us talk openly. Even if it did draw a few eyes, most of the other ponies just moved on when they thought they were talking about the game. Yeah, that was a problem with few games I played. So that is, there were always players who liked to kill everything they saw. Yep, they are called murder hobos. Even killed other players if the other had something they wanted. Also, I've heard stories from other ponies having similar problems. Sometimes a good aligned player will go on a killing spree. Another player was secretly working with the squizard, so finding the right players was always a problem. Adding more players only made it worse. I didn't know if Slothrot had gotten confused again, and was just talking about the game, or was trying to point out that any pony we brought into this might try to kill us once we were free. That is true. Still, he had a point. There was no way for us to know who was going to do with what. It would be funny if Slothrot was actually just talking about the game the whole time and didn't catch on at all what they were talking about. Looking at Harp as she pondered, she was clearly thinking the same thing. And they break out and they like, wait, aren't we gonna play Ogres and Oubliettes? I thought we are finding players. I knew that Spritsuki was not going to just let us run away with rare pinpocks. Anyway, with some guns to even the playing field, we would snap all of us in. She would snap all of us in two with her hooves alone. We needed some ponies we could at least trust to not side with Sprits. I get it, but the players we got now are, too far up in their own asses about their characters' rules and such. I try to point out the problem with Sprits without actually saying it. Yeah, so basically Sprits is a paladin here, I guess, who has to follow the code of kill every non-pony. Harp nodded. You're right, we do need a counterbalance, otherwise we will all end up doing is what the other players want. Maybe I should talk with them. Not to be a bitch star, but all you got is your looks when it comes to charisma. I playfully stuck my tongue out at Harp. Oh, trust me, I know. I don't spend my time at the ruffled feathers to not learn what I'm good at and what I'm garbage at. Unfortunately, the ponies here are too dry to be easily bottled up. Also, I'm not interested in holding myself out for a game they might not even play. A sigh came from on Harp's face. Yeah, you did tell me about that. Why is this place a mixed gender in the first place? Both Harp and I looked towards Slothrot. Was this normal back then too? She asked our friend from the past. Oh, it's Harp. Was this normal back then too? Yes, but it's a paladin. Yeah. He shook his head. As far as I know, no. But then again, other than the movies, nobody talked about the prisons. The movie Jailhouse Rock made it seem like it's not at all bad place where police go to be reformed. Maybe even learn new skills. Reference back to the other song, the Jailhouse Rock. Hopsa perked up. Oh, my family has a copy of that movie in our vault. Not only was the king in the film, but also Lilac Lace and Vera Lynn. Her eyes and drooped. It's likely been taken away now. I gave Hop a pat on the shoulder, hoping to comfort her. Maybe one day, you can reclaim it. I know I would help you to do it. She gave me a frustrated glance before sighing. Sorry, I shouldn't get depressed over old movies. Let's go and talk to those players you were suggesting. Letting her go, I pushed myself up. My legs pains in an irons, as though not wanting to move more than I already had. That's the spirit. We can leave tomorrow, problems for tomorrow. I then looked towards Slowthroat, who slowly got up as I asked him. Now he's definitely gonna be a Slowthroat because of those lashes. You sure you are up for moving around right now? He shook his head. Not at all. My back hurts every time I do anything but lie down. But it's not like I'll be allowed to not do anything. At least I should back you two up if something happens. How? By laying down in some pony's way? I asked with cocked eyebrow. He shouted, if that's what it takes. I'm sorry. It just reminded me of Trixie for some reason. Liz and Lynn are actually still alive in the wasteland. Somehow that put a little smile on my face. Alright then I will try not to start shit. The last thing you need is another beating. You barely survived the last one. With that we trotted out of the mess hall, where we saw Spritz again, preaching to her followers. It was very much similar to how the old preachers back then on Blackwater would draw crowds. Though, they were preaching salvation and the purging of the wicked, where she was yelling about how they will see Equestria if they ended the NCR. As we trotted past, Spritz sighed me, and I gave her a wing, just to be an asshole. Our way into the showers, the mare railway was standing guard. She gave us a head nod as we passed her. The inside had few ponies gambling like before with Bitter, just watching them while looking annoyed. Seeing me, she gave an annoyed sigh before trotting over. You're going to be a persistent bitch, aren't you? Like, you want us to give you the pointy end of a shiv? Said Bitter before she eyed her up. Unless... No, she's not for sale, I quickly explained. Bitter shrugged. For now, maybe. I'll spend a few months at the bottom of the food chain and you will be singing a different tune. Huh, speaking from experience? I asked with a smile. A glare came from Bitter, but Harp stepped up and gave me a stern look. Star, stop antagonizing every pony in here. We have enough problems already. She then turned to Peter and put on a nice and friendly face. Star already... Wait. Yeah, Star already told you about our predicament. Yeah, I get the gist of it, but don't go blabbing about it. I'd rather have your problems stay yours, you got it? Peter said as she eyed the entrance of the showers. Her eyes twitched about. Harp checked her pip-box. She calmly tapped at it for a moment, as Bitter stood by, looking impatient. She was clearly wondering what my friend was up to, which forced her to ask. So, the fuck you still doing here, foofing at the pip-box thing? The pip-box then beeped. After that, Harp showed her the screen. It displayed a map. We have an extensive map of the old part of our pip-box along with the ability to auto-mapping. It will help us find places others might not. Bitter poked an eyebrow. Also, there is a FS which can detect hostiles. If you if you were to help us, we can certainly help you. Father explained. We waited a moment as Bitter chewed on what she was just told before asking. Then, see any good places under the pip-box? Harp nodded. A stable? If it's still functioning, then Star can open the door with her pip-box. Yeah, there might be some raiders there, probably. So that may become a great and powerful speed bump. Harp was at that charisma check. Without these eyes went wide. The zebra mare clearly took this conversation far better than she did with me. But some doubts still remained in her eyes. What about Sprit? She asked cautiously. Harp's confidence seemed to fade a bit. I'm still trying to plan around her. We need her for any hope of things working out, but after that, I just need more time. More time, Peter explained. Her voice turned to a mocking tone. Yeah, if you don't go not to plan on killing that tin-head bitch, no way I'm helping you, much less with the others. This seemed to even damper Harp's confidence even more as my friend avoided eye contact. She almost shied away, so I helped him. And what makes you the boss here? What stops us from convincing the others in this plan? A laugh came from the other side of the showers as Cherry nodded her arm. Now, sugar dear, didn't we explain to you what happened to our leaders? You can try and convince the others to help you, or how all of us would love to kill Spirits ourselves, or how some have tried. Nasty mess that was, if you can imagine. The issue is that we all know that she outclasses us when it comes to fighting. And now, with her followers, we can't even outnumber her. Cherry trotted past me. She got her muzzle to muzzle with Harp. You seem to be smart, Mare. Tell me, how many openings has Spirits shown you? At what point has she been in a position anybody could get a shot at her back? We need her for the plan, so I can't kill her off before it. Harp replied. A little blush could be seen on her cheeks. The prison whore then narrowed her eyes at Harp. Much like what a brother Mass would do when seeing a thirsty stallion with no caps on that name. Then there is no deal. The only thing that's keeping Spritz in the line is all the NCR guns pointed at her. If, and that is a big if, you were to get out of here without the NCR following, what will stop Spritz from just killing every pony not in her court? That is of course only if the NCR doesn't kill every pony involved. That too. How do you intend to get away from the NCR in the first place? Bitter wondered. Yeah, I'm working on that too, Harp answered. Yeah, there is a lot of unfinished strings attached right here. And song. We definitely don't need a happy song. It's a great song though. Both Peter and Cherry laughed, which caused the gamblers to look our way. Taking a step back, Cherry rolled her eyes at us. Sweetie, you have all the time in the world, but that doesn't mean it will amount to anything. You are better served by just joining us. All you need to do is let some of the stallions have some fun with that cute flank of yours. I was about ready to slap the bitch when Sotos then spoke up. We could just steal Daisy Chain. I know how to drive the vehicle and Harp can, let's say she knows how to make a stand-in for spark battery with the right materials. This got Cherry to smile a little. Good, but how would a pony even get to the warden's favorite toy? Explosives, I answered. We just need to set off several sticks of the powder charges in the right place to do enough damage that the attention is too divided to keep us away. Hope looked over at me in surprise. I gave her a smile. You know, when everybody said I almost accidentally burned down Neuropalooza by playing with fireworks? I really didn't know that it wasn't fireworks, or that it wasn't an entire accident. I found a magazine called Patriot's Cookbook a long time ago. I shrugged lightly. I thought it would be fun to make some explosives and use it to destroy some asshole's house. Use a bit too much flamer fluid, thinking it would make prettier explosion. Still, have that magazine hidden away, and I remember its tips for destroying walls with explosives. Hobbs faced and hoofed. Hobbs and face hoofed, as she sighed. Why didn't you tell this before? We need to destroy a wall. Taking a moment to collect herself, Hobbs turned back to Bitter and Cherry. As you can see, we have ideas and ponies who can make things happen. She then lifted her pitbox again. Don't forget that we also have a map to places where everybody can hide from the NCR until things blow over. So, I'm not asking you to agree with what I asked right now, but at least consider it. We'll spritz and her followers if we are to get past the NCR. Otherwise, just don't have a pony power to keep the NCR distracted. Another time trying to imagine mischief in front of Equestria with love potion or love poison, though some of the ingredients might be extinct. Yeah, that would be strange. If it's just pony power, then why need spritz? These idiots will likely follow whoever kills her. Cherry asked. I shook her head. No. As far as you've seen, they are like a cult. Killing her would only turn them on us, not on you. She knows it, and I know you know it. If anything, we have to divide her cult before even thinking about killing her. I saw a little spark in Harp's eyes, as though she had just realized something important. How about this? If I can get some of the followers to change sides, we can include power. Would you then consider helping us? Maybe. But said, getting a gasp from Cherry. Zebra then hit the mare on the shoulder. I said maybe, not yes, you bitch. Turning her attention back to us, who then gave us a full answer. You offer us a tall order, or other than her physical strength, the real danger of spirits has been her followers. If you can cut them away from her, even have them rejoin with us, then we could possibly outnumber her enough to take her out before the NCR gets involved. Alright, then that's the deal. Kill spirits or steal her followers. Only then we will back you up. Cherry ignored, gave an overly dramatic sigh. I guess I will go inform the others. Let them know there is a slim chance that our own plan has changed. Bitter also sighed. I'm seriously going to need a lot of smoke just for considering this. Now you three should fuck off before Spritz starts getting suspicious. With that, we parted ways. Passing by Raven, she looked a bit out of breath. She attempted to show nothing was wrong, just by leaning on the wall. The fuck you looking at? She angrily asked me. I rolled my eyes at her. Hey, if you want to give a stallion a quickie, it's none of my business. Oh, fuck off! She growled at me as we trotted away. We had only a little time before the NCR started the roll call. Hop wasted little time explaining our plan in a roundabout way. I'll play the role of the bot in the game. They can easily get followers to join through authority skills, but the non-playing ponies alone will not be convinced. We need to show power to gain favor. Dice, do you know what the role of a bot is? It is to seduce the dragon. So she's gonna go happy-go-lucky with Spritz? That's what you mean? I'm playing the fighter, right? I asked. I could try fighting some ponies. Is that my role in this game? To hit ponies with a big stick? Charisma. No, it's seducing. It's seducing and singing. That's all the bot does. How about her, bro? Great not liking the question. How do you not get into fight right now? If you can get through this map without too much combat, that would be ideal. And we can definitely tell that the star is actually the... What is it called? It's not the fighter, it's the brute. The barbarian. That's it. House Roll fits her name, she's a bard. And as I said, Star is definitely the barbarian. And she can definitely show us the rage when she gets hungry enough. I was still having a hard time following, but I did get that she wanted to avoid violence. Getting into a big fight was not ideal for me, as well, since without more food my regeneration may start causing me getting go crazy. Still, some violence may help us avoid it later. Alright, but with how this game sounds, combat is unavoidable. Maybe consider that if we avoid it now, it will only get harder later, I suggested. Hey, what are you three all about over there? I'm an... that's probably an NCR. An NCR guard got out from us, behind the chain-linked fence. Oh, just a game of ogres and oblivions, so thought the guard. The guard raised an eyebrow. The fucking what now? Our friend sighed as he explained. Ogres and oblivions. It's a old game about playing as heroes. You know, roll the dice to fight the villains or swoon a fair maiden. I mean, there is nothing else to do here. Ha! Wait, where did you get dice? Right, Egghead Games. The guard realized with a laugh. Whatever, just stop sounding so, suspicious. We waited for a moment before the guard put it off, and stopped the desk. So, what was my role again? You are the cleric, remember? You're going to be focused on keeping the party alive if anybody gets hurt. Harp answered. No. He kinda is the cleric, he has the healing pip-bock. But he's more of a tank. We can use a wizard for the party, I joked with a circle. Harp again sighed. Yeah, being able to teleport out of danger would be really useful. We will just have to make do with the Pitch Paladin and rogues for the party. A siren called out. We all gathered in the quad. That's a strange way to say courtyard. Dice? What is this word? They have other dice. They don't have other dice right here. For roll call. He's not in this prison. Yeah, that should have been courtyard. Courtyard. Michael raised the warden, looked prompish. He spoke like a pony who had better things to do than talk with ponies who he thought were less than himself. He did hold power over us, so in a way, he was right to think that way.
Once again, you all stand before me, and all I see are hunger for defiance, who hold no respect for the NCR's generous gift at the second chance. So, that is why you all work. You work until you understand the joys of hard day's work. Maybe you will become a lawyer through the NCR's kindness, or start to be honest with your fellow citizens, and through laughter, become the good ponies you will never were.
Warden Dynamite, then lead in. Eyeing us all, he gave a satisfied smirk at Slowthroat, who had been placed back into the chain gang.
I know such magic exists. You have all seen. With the radiation gone, we no longer suffer under that unseen threat and be able to move freely. Unfortunately for the good police like you still plague this land and keep our glorious republic from expanding to what it should be. But maybe you all can feel that magic to become crazed like this wastelander and join us as good police who will help build a newer and better Equestria. So work hard and work happily, otherwise you will never leave here. I can promise you that.
The Warden put on a big smile and knew what was coming.
Now, pony, laugh with me.
That's almost like a Tidus laugh, right? Wait. God, yeah. Give me a second. This is what I need for this. There you go, that's the laughter you got. We all did, as we were told. We bellowed our fake laughter to satisfy the Warden's ego, by knowing he would come after us if we didn't.
Enough!
He shouted, and everybody became quiet. The sadistic smile on his face as he displayed full control irritated me. It made me wonder if he was so arrogant to not sleep with one eye open.
Good. Following orders is the first sign of reform. Now go work with this republic. Learn its joy.
With that, the Warden trotted off, and we were all headed to the cart and go and break rocks. Sure, we can keep that. Unfortunately, we were next to split, and a gang of 5 were chained together. The large mare looked rather amused at us, as we were delivered to the quarry. So, this plan you are thinking up, ready to tell me? Spitz asked quietly. Hop and I looked around in concern. The other prisoners in the cart were all ears, as the guard on watch above us was looked out in the distance. Spitz chuckled. All the police in here are with me. Then see a fucker up here can barely hear us even with all the noise going on. Too much target practice without ear protection will do that to a pony, just like a savage. Hop seemed to calm a little. She took a deep breath before explaining. The plan, yes. We are planning on stealing Daisy Chain after planting several explosives and starting to a prison riot. Once we are free, we will head to a nearby stable that we have the ability to get into, giving us a place to hide until the heat dies down. Imagine mining rocks in the quarry in reverse time. Every swing of the pickaxe impales the rocks. Rocks fly out of the cart and back into the hose, then deposited back to the ground. You know what I imagine? That some of the people, some of the prisoners are just here breaking rocks. And then, the next turn, these ponies are just sleeping, they are resting. The next the next round of prisoners are putting it back. So it's a never-ending circle. That's how it would work. Because they don't need those rocks. And that's why you went to see the other prisoners in the showers? Chris probed. A slight smile formed on Hao's face. If we can get them to help, it would make it easier for the plan to work. I just needed to get reassurance that you will not attack them in their escape. As long as you live with us, they are happy to help. I felt impressed how Harp was able to put a plan together like that in a short time, and lie so easily to Spritz's face. Yep, she's a bird alright, unless this was actually a part of the plan. I mean, she was smart, so it's possible. The towering mare pondered on this information before responding. But to take Daisy Chain, you would need several spark batteries. The ones that Nancy have are kept locked tight, otherwise the bulldozer would not be left out in the open like it is. Harp nodded. Naturally, spark battery is needed, but I know a way around that problem. I just need access to any power sources to make a container. Magical energy may be finicky, but if you just need enough of it for a one-way trip, it's actually really easy. So you say, Spritz said, looking skeptical. And how would you make this container? The rocks are for concrete. To make bigger, better walls, right? Harp froze for a moment, taking her time before answering. I would need a jar. Yes, a jar. And some crushed gemstone. A little bit of water. With that I can make single-use spark battery. I knew Harp was hiding her true ability. But even I had a hard time believing that. Yes, Spritz smiled. The former steel ranger nodded. You're talking about making a Southern Arabian battery. I heard about that when I was just a fool. Young scribes would sometimes make their own as a test of their knowledge. I'm guessing you need a lot of unicorns to provide power for it then. Hao smiled wide, clearly glad that Scripps knew what she was talking about. Yes, precisely that. And how are we to get our hooves on a gemstone? Spritzz checked. The smile on Hao's face faded. I'm not sure. You wondered what the point of mining the rocks were? You always need rocks. Even just to make buildings. Especially because you know how the Fallout series is just a wasteland. Basically. Everything is broken down. You have to rebuild everything from the scratch. The quarry should be that's star. The quarry should be home to some smoky swarts. I offered, hoping to help. When we got rid of that raider nest, one of the family members of the ponies we saved gave us some. They said they were found in a quarry they worked at. I'm sure if ponies keep their eyes open for it, they will see a few shiny rocks within the rubber. They were posed within the cart. Last thing that felt like forever before Spritz laughed. Laugh! Alright. I will have my ponies. Keep an eye out for gemstones. Though I know that any good sized rocks can be snuck past the NCR. Harp shook her head. No, we just need some fragments. Any flake or chip will do as long as we have enough of them. That my ponies can do. Spritz assured, as she gave Harp a hoof bump. The rest of the ponies in the cart also looked quite pleased. The idea of stealing Daisy Chain from the warden put a smile on their faces. Obvious it would. It seemed that we had an agreement. How this battery even worked was beyond me, but I knew Harp could fake it. Still, I didn't think it would be enough to draw some Spritz's followers away. We still needed to give a show of strength. Unfortunately, being chained together was going to prevent that from happening. I needed to wait till after we were unshackled. Last thing I needed was for Harp to get hurt. Also, We need to wait for Slaughter to get a little bit better. Wouldn't be hard to convince Prince into that plan. Yup. That is true. Sometimes I'm checking Discord if my friend is writing back or not. The gathering of the limestone went as it had a few times before, monotonous and laborious. Even if our task was simple, it still became a strain after a while. Even the unicorns, who could levitate the stones, would tire out after a while. The possibility of them burning out their hearts from the repetitive task meant that they would just do the work like a nurse pony, just so that they could have the mental energy to even eat at the end of the day. It strained our legs and made our backs hurt as we moved the heavy stones. Harp herself was not adapting to it very well. Her body needed more time to recover than she was given. Still, she was keeping us brave, keeping up a brave face as her legs trembled under the strain of the unending labor. Yeah, what you see is basically my background. This is what you see. That's my wallpaper. Behind the actual screen. You can kinda see it when I'm swapping between the windows. Switch has no such problems, being physically the opposite of Harp. She barely broke a thread, as she effortlessly lifted chunks of limestone that even I would have trouble with. The man's every move showed how powerful she was. It was a reminder of what we were up against, if we were to come to blows. Don't forget that she is eating a lot more than you. Our first time in the quarry was no different. We saw her raw strength as we all worked. But now, something was different today. When she would toss a rock, it would come close to Harp's or my head. She would pull on the chain more and cause us a tumble. Each time she would let out a little chuckle. Shoving a large stone into a minecart, Spritz then sighed, like she was a pony simply doing a normal day's work. I remember when I was just a squire, things were, for the most part, right in the world. A knight would take me off to do an expedition. The idea, you see, was to get a real world experience and see why do we do that. Why we do what we do. With a grateful smile, she then said, "At the age of 13, I killed my first savage. They thought the lone steel ranger and squire were easy targets. That night, ripped through them like nothing, and let me take the fine shot as so I was flat." Huh. A knight and a squire. One master and one squire. Why does that reminds me of the dark side in Star Wars? There is always one master. There is always two. I snickered. 13, you say? Not bad. I bet those assholes had what they coming to them. Took apart to break fight myself when I was 11. Shot a few ponies, got shot as well. It was a messy affair. I even fought a pony in power armor. Nearly got me too. Spritz raised an eyebrow. Oh, they had power armor? Who? Enclave or Ranger? Master and an apprentice. Always two. Yeah. Yep. Wait. Who is the apprentice of Spritz here? There has to be one. Yeah, I realized that you were referencing the Brotherhood of Steel to begin with. Neither, I replied. It was a holy paladin, or was it called? Oh right, the Tesla armor. I think. Something for unicorns to use. It gives them some power boost with their telekinesis. The armor let them throw a storage container like they're nothing. Tesla power armor? Mr. Coates questioningly. Never heard of it. Power armor for unicorns would have served the Steel Rangers as well. What else do you know about it? Spitz asked with actual interest. Unfortunately, I didn't know more about the armor than what I just said, so I replied. Sorry, that's mostly it. Other than those who wear the armor are devout followers of Thorn Roseland. I also know that the EMP grenade is more than enough to stop one of them in their tracks. Spitz clearly didn't like that answer. She gave out a fuss for half. Such armor goes to waste on savages like you. If Rangers knew about it, they would surely liberate it from unfortunate hoops, as things should be. I just shrugged. By all means try, but they would likely think the same about you. Haven't been among the fleets for a long time. But I bet nothing has really changed. I can see any of those other ponies running from the great mission given to us by the Prophet. You said us and me. I paused for a moment as I remembered the sermon of a preacher at the old church I was practically raised in. Pulling it from memory, I recited the part of the sermon. Be not afraid of the failure or humiliation, nor be afraid of pain or death, for in this war we will fight all over the source of this world. It is the one and true duty we have been chosen for. No one battle is greater than the war to defeat evil itself. Only one part is the grand mission. There will be days where we may lose battles, but so long as we survive and fight on, we have not lost this war. So, be not afraid of failure and humiliation, nor be afraid of pain or death, for as long as we all breathe, we will keep fighting until our enemies are crushed beneath our hooves, and evil is banished from this world. Learn more about Spitz's character and motivation in this chapter. Yep. With a smile, I tossed a small limestone chunk into cart. That was one of more common verses the ponies back home would recite. I mean, you wanted to say recite, right? I think that's the word you were searching for. That's the blood pumping. Wait, you can still see me even though crashed? That's strange. Huh. This text box said an error occurred, and the thing that I'm streaming with has crashed. And it's not even on. I don't know how the hell are you hearing me if my streaming program is not on. Okay, let me restart that. So, this stream is gonna go down for a second until I restart. That's strange. Wait, error code which cause Streamlabs OBS to close. Don't worry if we were streaming or posting, this is still happening in the background. Yeah, I will need to restart. Well, or I can just keep it like this. You can still hear me, right? I will just not be able to switch anything. You can still hear me, right? You can still see everything. We are nearly at the end, so... Yeah, we can just keep doing this then. That's a strange error. Spitzy didn't look as pleased by the short sermon I gave. She looked more and more annoyed. He asked with a bit of pain in her eyes. Your kin is clearly a bunch of mad cultists who have no right to the health tech of the ministries. Yeah, it is still uploading to YouTube, but you are on YouTube. Yeah, if I was using the old version, it would just stop immediately. But it seems like this one has a defensive mechanism in the end. She then lazily tossed a large chunk of limestone into the cart. And if the Rangers had that same drive, there would never have been a schism. We would have been stuck to the mission. But no, the traitor had to taint their minds, telling them Applejack's true will was to give back to the damn savages. What crock of shit! A heavy hoof from Spitz came down on a chunk, breaking it into smaller pieces. The bitch didn't need a fucking pickaxe to break a rock. Yeah, that happens. And I'm gonna say sorry if if any of the text is on the actual stream, because I can't see the preview right now because the whole program is just crashed. Our mission was true and just. We were protecting those savages from themselves. Even the smallest piece of tech was too dangerous in those savages' hooves. That's why we take it away. She scooped up the smaller rock chunks, then tossed them into the cart. I have read the Rangers' history and seen what those savages do with the old tech with my own eyes. They, just like you, will never be ready to be given it back. Not unless pure discipline is beaten into them. Then, and only then, may they have the right to hold even a toaster. Spritz took a deep breath and calmed down. The other and larger mare sent out her sack before picking up another large chunk and put it into her almost full cart. When I was a simple knight of the Steel Rangers, we had trotted into the cult that's worshipped an exploded bearfire bomb. Ha ha ha. I know which one. Twisted by the radiation, the mutant has crafted weapons that would spread the radiation, inflicting death and mutation on surrounding settlements. Of course, we decided to wipe them out, but the cult was large, having found followers from all over the region. The followers of the bomb. Even though our armor protected us from the radiation, and still watched several of my comrades honorably fall in combat. She gritted her teeth. The armor here obviously was not a fun one. Even the most simple of tech had been twisted into a weapon to defy the police form. Whatever they touched became poison, and their words were vile virus of the mind. Even when the rest of my chapter arrived to help cleanse the land of the cult's corruption, the cult persisted for years. They still found followers and still twisted what tech they found into vile tools of corruption of pure pony form. Cracking her neck, Spitz had fully calmed down. She tossed another rock on top of the pyre. So trust me when I say that savages should not have anything more than what we let them keep. Their minds are too corrupted. If they have anything more than rocks to bang together, they will use it to march to their own destruction. No, they will do that even with just rocks. I gave Spritz a friendly smile, and I added another rock to the now full cart. I get it. Police like to kill each other. That's how things always have been. I mean, as long as there are two police alive, they will always find a reason and way to kill each other. Yep. Prince half threw the nose as she got behind the cart. Teddy and had to push it to the crusher. True words have never been spoken, you savage. This talking about the past made me a bit nostalgic as well, wanting something else to distract me from hurting my legs. So once again, I sang. I sang an ancient song nobody knows its origin, yet I sang with longing. A roaring fire consumes our lives, nothing a building worthy to keep. Once filled with warmth, a future to dream, now as cold as the frost that consumes all. They told us to leave, to never come back, so unwanted and unloved, we but just burdens. Chewed to the bones and starved for food, nothing seemed to matter, not even the past. So we returned, to take what we wanted, casting all to the flame, just to be warm. When we all became ash, all are at home no more. We took the sea and never looked back. Oh, you keep that cold land, and we will rule the sea. My brothers, my sisters, we all gathered, abandoned all, but together we are strong. We need no leaders, only our songs, sailing the waters wild and free. Unshackled by our past, we grow stronger, following the wind to seek adventure. Oh, you keep that cold land, and we will rule the sea. They call us criminals and villains, placing bounties on our heads each. But who authority do they have to bound us to our rules, to their rules? For they do not rule the waters. Our code is our own, and it is ours to follow. No other ponies will ever bind us down. Oh, you keep that cold land, and we will rule the sea. With treasure hard, and we will set sail, seeking the glory only we can find. Our future is our own, and we will see it through. Though some days we look back at sunset, see the fires of our own lives, and how things could have been. Oh, you keep that cold land, and we will rule that sea. 3 times. And we end the song. That's strange. Every chapter here had at least one song. What cold land do you think it is? It's their own homeland, definitely. So basically the pirates were basically cleansed out of their own land. They had to flee, and they fled to the waters. And they are like, okay, you can keep that fucking land. Times 3. Spence is convict with a reputation. Suspicion hangs in the air, and Spence keeps close eye on your 3. Yet her followers whisper about a plan. A good plan. They have yet to trust the 3, but they do want to see what the 3 will do. And the Gang Alliance convicts? A shaky deal has been struck. Or 1, they do not believe we'll bear food, but a deal is a deal. And now, here comes the problem. I cannot switch to the other scene. So this is what we have to see. I cannot switch to just my face cam or anything like that. So, the plan has been formed. We have learned a little bit more of Prince Cookie. She is definitely believing in what her mindset are. She is definitely believing in yeah, the savages don't need anything else. That's why I didn't like the Steel Brotherhood in the Fallout game either, because they were like, okay, we will cleanse this land and nobody else should have anything. Land is meant to be pony home before Equestria. Remember that British Spyler mentioned being descended from those banished from going Equestria. Oh, I didn't know that. So it's before the sun and the moon being taken over by Celestia. It was before the unicorns, the earth ponies, and the Pegasus had a pact that we are not gonna kill each other. Basically. So yeah, sadly I'm not gonna sing any of these songs. You can count on that I'm not gonna sing. But it's good to have these songs. It gives us a lot of insight of what the pirates are. It gives us more insight than Spritz did, basically. And now we know that Spritz definitely has an apprentice inside the prison. Even if they kill Spritz, there's gonna be someone who is gonna take over. It's not been proven, but I'm definitely sure of that now. I don't know if they even want to kill Spritz, or they just told the Regular Alliance that they will deal with her. But they definitely will try to steal the daisy chain. All three songs had a lore, that's true. I'm pretty sure that Dynamite is not gonna be happy, and he might actually be like he isn't even gonna care about the explosions. He's gonna just sit on the daisy chain and not let any pony close to it. So there is gonna be at least one fight with Dynamite. I mean, they have daisy chain, they have Spritz Cookie, so that shouldn't be a problem. Unless, no, wait. Dynamite has that hunting rifle with him. Take over using the steel side of the force. The steel side of the force. I just read one thing right here. Let's see. I read my comments and saw all the spelling errors and started laughing, but still, oh dear, I just had a wonderful, horrible idea. Our obviously Baker dozen is probably going to make a ramparts somewhere where we are in the story. And we are in another. Wow, that's a strange thing. But, oh yeah, about Swordthroat. I'm still not sure that he knows that they are talking about a plan. Not just talking about Ogres and Oubliettes. It would be really fun if after they get out of this place, he's gonna be like, oh yeah, so when are we gonna play that game that we were talking about in the prison? I made my character sheet. Look, right? It's here. Actually, that would have been taken off their minds of the stupid things that are happening right outside. His story will get fun soon. But yeah, for the next 4 days I will not be able to stream, because I will be working in the morning. By this time I will be like at work for like 5 hours already, so yeah, we can't do anything about that. So the next stream is most likely gonna be on Friday. It's a +1 shotgun. Yeah, it's an old +1 shotgun. But you will not be missing me, because I will probably start uploading videos that I still need to render most of them. But yeah, let me see. My friend is this asleep. Good. But yeah, I cannot swap to the ending screen, which is basically the starting screen as well. If I press stop, we are just gonna stop the recording. So yeah, see you later, probably on Friday. I will definitely tell you if it's gonna happen on Friday or not. We have the Discord to talk. So yeah, see you next time. Bye bye. Well, I can basically just hide here. Maybe this way. There's one problem with this. I cannot press the stop button. Okay, let me just stop the stream. But yeah, have fun. See you next time. Bye bye.